Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today I woke up so refreshed and feeling great. I kind of tuned out a little bit yesterday, relaxed, had really restful time to regroup and just let myself daydream and really connect with my intuition and get back and grounded and sort of retrieve my frazzled nerves. It was like I was just trying to push too hard and the weather was so nice. So I just kind of like alleviated all that tension through just being outside, taking naps. And I got some really great insights and crazy dreams last night while I was sleeping. Let me just tell you this dream really quickly because it was so ridiculous. I was in a maroon kind of brand new huge pickup truck with Frank Stallone, which is Sylvester Stallone's brother. And we're driving in Holland and we're driving along this dike and he's like, I bet you this truck can go underwater. And I'm like, let's do it. So we're driving underwater like it's some kind of nautical machine. And then it's really crazy because I remember being concerned why I should have been enjoying this underwater odyssey. I was concerned at the fact that my son would need specialized bigger shorts for his entry into preschool, which was actually over a decade ago. I mean, it's so ridiculous. It's like I was going back in time and worrying about things, and it kind of made me realize that that's often what I do. I can be in the midst of the most beautiful surroundings and my mind is still busy trying to problem solve for other people, myself, my family. And what happens is by taking ourselves out of the present, we're missing so much of what's going on right then, all the beauty, all the things. And in my dream, I was prepared and ready to switch and be able to almost have lucid dreaming. Like I pulled myself out of that revelry and was like, pay attention to what's going on underwater. And I remember laughing and thinking it was so cool. But I thought of all the people in the world to be underwater with, what a weird situation, right? It was so ridiculous. It was hilarious. But it's gorgeous outside and I love this midday energy and there's like loud crickets and birds out. So I hope you can hear all this really cool backdrop of sounds and energy. And I want to thank one of my commenters. Her name is Katie, and this morning it was one of the first things I read, and it was so wonderful to hear. She basically said, that you uplift my mood and you help kind of redirect my energy and make me feel good about being my authentic self, things along that line. Whenever I try to remember anything verbatim, it's like my mind goes on a freeze because I'm kind of in a different area when I'm channeling or beginning to channel. And that just was so wonderful. And I want to thank her and thank all you guys for your beautiful comments. That was pretty much the reason I began this channel and do it in the temperature I do it, because I feel like it's all a matter of interpretation and perception. And when our perception is everything is worth trying. Everything is a great opportunity. There's love and participation and joy, and we can realign anytime we want during the day if we're having an off moment, and regroup, regather, and decide to see things positively and just switch that channel when we're feeling bad or low. It's just a matter of a moment. Any given time we can switch that. So thank you, Katie, for that, and everybody else who comments your beautiful thoughts and your progression in life. I appreciate it so much. I mean, it just makes my morning when I'm able to read those things, especially that people can recognize, hey, this is only a moment in time. Everything is temporary. Just because something unpleasant happened, it's an inconvenience. It's not the end of the world. Let's get a hold on our perception and change this so we can have the rest of the day be awesome. You know what I mean? And also to recognize the fact that other people's negative energy and garbage does not belong to you. If somebody's in a room with you and they're making the energy heavy and it's like palpable and it's making you uncomfortable, just leave. You don't have to suffer through somebody's myriad of complaints or negativity that they're always going through. And sometimes we almost enable that. I realize that I do that sometimes with family members. I was like, really? Tell me what's going on. But what would happen is they would just go down a complaint path, and then I would be drained of my energy because I'd be so busy trying to lift them and get them off of that when all they wanted was a pity party. So when we can recognize that and remove ourselves from it, we're already winning, right? We're now in our own headspace that knows that energy does not belong to us. That's simply somebody else's moment where they want to feel sorry for themselves, and that's fine. But we can offer a loving word and and then just evacuate the area so we can maintain our equilibrium, right? It's very important to be able to recognize that. And sometimes it takes a moment, and all of a sudden you feel like, oh my God, why do I feel tired? That is why somebody is doing that succubus energy of feel sorry for me and let me use you as a battery pack. But we're not playing those games anymore because we're trying to maintain happy, hopeful, really light and just gorgeous shining energy, because it's there for the taking any moment that we choose. And every time I find, if I'm in a confined space and I start to feel the walls closing in, or I feel like I'm hurried, harried, or anything like that, I just go outside in bare feet and I start to ground out and I listen to nature. It's such a calming effect. So we're going to sort of just see like what is coming in the main, energy field. What can we look forward to? Like what is some positive aspects that are happening in the works for you? And I'm really excited to find out, because I feel like the end of August, September, October is really it is the time of harvesting our karmic rewards, our recognition for good works, everything that is positive and hopeful. I just feel is on its way. It's really wonderful, and that beautiful Libran energy coming, gorgeous. So we have 3 cards to choose from. We have Merak, embrace oneness with the universe. Vertigo, whatever you choose will be correct. I love this, and I always let myself know that too. If I have lots of choices, I'm like, whatever you choose is what you make of it, right? It's not the choice, it's what you do with the choice you made. And then Avenue, which is make peace with your past. Once we do that and we can lay to rest what we thought were past errors, misjudgments, or whatever, we have a fresh page to work with. We are not cluttered with old garbage. Freshness, this whole new fall energy is about freshness and a clean slate and working with new gorgeous energy. And with that, I'm also going to be using my favorite deck, Ellen Dugan's Witch's Tarot. But we're going to begin with number 1, which is Merak. And I'm just going to tell you a tiny bit from this book if you're not familiar with this term. I love this. This means embrace oneness with the universe. And it asks you, are you rushing through life? Are you trying to achieve and acquire? I have to catch myself every day when I'm doing this. If I'm all of a sudden writing something that's heartfelt and my brain starts to wander like, oh, should I get this or that? It's about acquiring new things while I'm trying to create new things. I have to stop myself and go one thing at a time. That's how we cherish being in the present, okay? So when Merak appears, it's time to take a deep breath. Do that right now. And slow down. Consider there are simple, small, happy things around you which we're almost blind to while we fix on the desire of larger goals. I myself am completely guilty of this. My mind goes very fast and is always like, achieve, go, get, acquire, build your library of tarot so it's 1 million, and I have to slow my roll. And this is a reminder to say there are already so many beautiful accomplishments, items, people, everything around us all the time, and goals that we're working on. But when we do that and we're constantly making new goals and stopping what we're doing to do that, we can feel cut off and it can make us frustrated or despondent. So we have to stop that and just have follow through with all the little beautiful things. Like if you want to go for a walk or a bike ride and connect with nature. If you're like, oh, but I need to finish this paperwork, it can cloud your beautiful, hopeful little experience of just going for a walk or doing something simple and enlightening. So we just need to tread slowly in order to fully sense and notice the little things around us, okay? Our heart is going to lift with a great sense of happiness because we know what we have is all we need, really, right? Why would we possibly need any more than what we have? Do we have food in our cupboard? Yes. Are our family members all safe? Yes, hopefully they are. Do we have water? Do we have running water? Do we have a roof over our head or a yurt or a tent or whatever? The answer is yes. We already have more than we need, but it is a funny component to the human nature to always want more and acquire more. And of course, we should always try to elevate, but we really need to appreciate, okay? Appreciation comes first. So that's definitely letting us know. And I am going to shuffle these cards and see what's coming for you. I just felt really like, wow, just very vibrant, alive, awake. I don't know if you guys ever saw that series True Blood. I'm rewatching that, and I sometimes feel like the humans after they take V or V blood. Like I notice every little sound out in nature. Like I hear these crickets, I see every butterfly. Like I'm a total weirdo fairy when I get in my yard. I notice the groundhog peeking his nose out behind the grass, and like I know he wants to come out. This is trying to pop out. All right, so we are ready. All right, let's see what is going on for you. So 7 of Wands, so you're going to be standing up for yourself. Karma, you have good karmic returns coming. I love this. And the Knight of Cups. Wow, this is some really sublime, beautiful, restful energy for you, you guys. So at the very beginning, starting now, you're like, you know what? I'm not going to acquiesce to everybody else's wishes. It's really time I stand up for my peace of mind, my restful place, what I want to do and where I'm going. And I'm going to put my focus on that. Your hopes and dreams as opposed to everybody else that's like, I want to go here. Let's do this. You're going to recognize when you need your time alone so you can evaluate where you are and where you're going. Now is a time for you to really sense what makes you happy and go after that. I love that. So you're saying no thank you to things that are lower vibrational and or that pull you and distract you or just leave you kind of, meh. It's not really something that I'm jazzed about. You're reaching for energy that enlightens you, lifts you, and makes you feel great, and you're not settling for less. And part of this is karma. You're getting your karmic rewards for past good deeds, for, when you stopped and took the time to make a coworker or someone in your family feel better, even if, you maybe perhaps yourself weren't feeling great, but you took that time. You noticed that. You showed caring, love, and the divine spirit that is really within all of us, but sometimes we're a little impatient to recognize that. We're like, what else is there but connecting on a beautiful scale of letting somebody know they're important and valued and what they feel matters, right? That's karma. That's beautiful karma. And because of that, this is, you guys, you definitely have love in the air that's coming with you in a really, really elevated type of person. Anything that has to do with the Knights is an elevated person that comes from somebody who has been in position at times of authority and they're well respected, they're caring. This is an authentic person. This is someone who comes with integrity. I always equate this with like the Arthurian legends of they're a protecting kind. They're somebody who really believes in valor, somebody who really believes in the, knightly realms, like where you cherish somebody, you care about them, you protect them. They're never dismissive or unkind because they work from a place of groundedness. They're not flighty. They're not trying to acquire for themselves or seem a certain way. There's no greed involved in this personality type. So I feel like this love and also some friendships and kindred spirits coming in for you is just somebody who's solid, grounded, and they're going to help you on your life path journey to really assess your needs and really where you want to go and pinpoint it and start to work towards that and get momentum where you feel better. You have these little successes after little successes that start to accumulate, and then you're like, wow, I can't believe I undervalued my skill sets, my discernment when it comes to who, what, when, where, and why. And then all of a sudden you're starting to do what brings you joy more and more. And that's part of what your life path is, to go on these beautiful journeys and experiences with people, places, and things that make you feel great. And you're waking up to that. And this awesome person is also helping you do that. And I just feel like so much stress is alleviated in the next couple months, and you're really just finding purpose, position, grounding, and peace of mind. So I love that energy for you, Group 1. Beautiful. Yeah, slowing down and knowing what really matters, embracing the oneness of the universe, of it saying, gratitude and appreciation come first, then everything else looks awesome. You see people as shiny, happy people. You see your possessions as useful, meaningful, gorgeous items that have a purpose in your life. All of those things, right? Yeah, clear purpose. I really see that for you. So if you like this video and you're new to my channel, Group 1, welcome. My name is Melanie Williams, and all the buttons are there to like and subscribe, and the notification bell so you know when all the new videos come out. And there's a little gray arrow on the bottom right that brings you to all my treasure trove down there, where you can see my Etsy store and my handcrafted jewelry. I'm really big on rings and things like that. And my Patreon page, everything is down there. The Goddess Provisions box, which is off the hook this month, everything. So I really love this. Just slow down and be like, wow, look at all this beauty that's constantly around me. I have to do that as well. We're all guilty of, what's next, right? How about what's right now? What's right now? That's going to be your focus, and I love that. So now we're on to Vertigo, which is saying whatever you choose is correct, and I love this so much. I have some friends and people that I know that have the fear of missing out. Now, what happens is that at times they can almost get a tortured existence, because if we're out at a restaurant and they think they pick something, then they're going to miss out on that great meal that's so much better. So they don't even enjoy what's in front of them. And I'm constantly having to remind myself that sometimes too. I really savor moments when I am conscious of the fact that this is only coming once. This is an experience with this person, place, or thing once, so please savor it. And I have to consciously pull myself into that. And that's what this is about too. Oh, so luxurious is the problem of choice, right? How lucky are we that we have choices? But there can be a dizzying array of possibilities, right? And the sensation can tilt things and almost paralyze us into inaction, because what should I do? There's so many. Instead of that, let's just notice that this key is standing straight. Something will stand out to us. Make that choice, because whatever choice it is, you get to have that experience, right? It's going to be a new lesson. Some are more enjoyable than others, but you're not missing out. Be aware it's not what it seems, and while you can't make a wrong decision, you don't have to rush to make an obvious choice, what other people are choosing, right? Unexpected doors sometimes yield the most gratifying rewards. I know that every once in a while I'll go, I never did this. I'm going down this road. This looks cooler, or unexpected. And then you get something you've never experienced. And that's what sticks in your mind, right? Things that you do differently, things that have a different outcome. So really be brave and walk through the door that's less open. Try things. We're here to experience life, and it's important that we do that in a brave way. So let's see what the tarot is holding. And I feel like that this is going to be your major lesson. This is your major overarching theme here, is that you're going to be really open to new experiences, and it's going to yield some fantastic results and experiences for you where you're like, yeah. Okay, let's see what's going on. Yep, Queen of Cups, new offerings. Jeez Louise, yo, person. Damn. Oh my God. Some of you guys are going to get engaged within a year too. I just heard that very strongly. There's going to be some engagements that whatever you're thinking of, you will have the power to manifest practically anything. So please get on this. Please start writing. Please start thanking the universe and having gratitude for what you know is coming, because it's already on its way. So start to specify, to amplify, because it's already on its way. This is like a super impactful time for the law of attraction for you in so many magical ways. This is really, really awesome. You're going to be in a really strong emotional state of mind where you can do and say and be anything that you want, and people are very receptive and they're willing to follow you. They're trusting your path and they want to come along with you for this beautiful ride. You're creating this light and abundance that is just flowing through your life through sheer will and sheer knowing that as a beautiful light entity of energy and love, that you can provoke any kind of outcome that you wish. And you now know this. It's like stored knowledge that sometimes just has to come out into the light. Sometimes we forget about that, right? I'll do that when I'm on one of my bike rides. I'll be like, stop, really look at every essence of this waterfall you're going by. Look at this, look at that crane. And then I start to see the magic and light and like the nuance of everything. And that's what this is. But this full combination is about engagement and love being fulfilled as well. I feel like you guys, you're going to be engaged. Some of you will be married by the year's end. I feel like 2020 is your lucky year. You're going to just have a sense of common balance, fairness all around. You're not teetering too far on one, you're not so far black and white. You're seeing all the beautiful layers and richness of the grays as well. And you're able to come out so fair and decisive on how you treat yourself and others, because you're realizing, your ample value as well as those around you. And they feel and sense that. So you're welcome everywhere you go. And meanwhile, you're just a basket of gold. It's like, you're shining, you're happy. I feel like you're coming to some realizations that were a little, they were a little too acknowledged in the past, where you're like, yeah, I guess that might be possible. Forget about that now. Your thing is, of course, it's possible. I've got this. And your inner dialogue is thriving and strong, and you're letting yourself know, hey, it doesn't matter what anybody else seems like they're doing on Instagram or anywhere in the world. Like I always say, if you're drenched in gold in Dubai, good for you, but it's just a photograph. Who knows what's going on before that? I saw this one photograph that I thought was so amazing. I thought it was like this really cool person at the bottom of a pool in photographs, and it was basically a clear plastic rectangle of water held over them. So then I realized that so many things can be illusory, and so many false fronts are predicted, that never ever compare yourself anyway, because what we think is perfect that they're leading is basically a plastic box of water held over their face. Think of it in that, because it is really true. These pictures you see out there, it is a moment that is created while you're busy creating a real life, real authentic love, connections and everything. Other people are busy photographing plastic pictures. So be proud of yourself for that, the realness of your life. I love that for you, group 2. Amazing. Please comment down below if this doesn't get you excited, because like I had a feeling about this grouping, this energy, and just doing this read right now is like, just get your 2 favorite decks and get your butt outside and go. And even nature's providing breezes and some clouds for me, so I'm not overly hot, so I appreciate that. Beautiful. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below as well. If you need a private reading, you want some, you want this kind of illuminated a little bit more, or you want to check out the Goddess Provisions box. It was off the hook this month. It was crazy with the singing bowl and the tuning fork and all that cool stuff. My Patreon page if you want to support the channel, and also I have an Etsy shop if you haven't heard about it, where I make all these, I work with crystals and stones and handcraft jewelry, and I really love it. I believe in all the healing capacities of all the crystals and stones, and I know personally that they work. They're calming, grounding, effective, healing, just really beautiful. Anything to do with nature or something that comes from deep in the earth and the sea, of course it's going to vibrate some beautiful energy throughout it, right? Okay, now we're on to number 3, which is Avenoir. Make peace with your past. I'm hearing very strongly in this that this is just about a letting go phase. This is about us saying, you know what, we don't need to carry excess. Excess doesn't do us any good. Once we say, okay, we've experienced that, now we can release it, right? We can let it go. We have it's time to really just gain perspective and an understanding of the role your past played in the direction you're heading right now, right? Are you able to appreciate the beauty of where you've come from and let that guide you in the future, to learn from it, to navigate a different way? Don't be focused on problems and mistakes and disappointments. Let them go so you can forge the happy, vibrant direction you're now moving in, okay? As you strike out in the pursuit of more, we're saying contemplate that more isn't necessarily meaningful. It should be what you want. Really purify what you think is necessary and why it is. Really pinpoint, why do you want this job, this opportunity, this person? What about that person, place, or thing is important or meaningful to you? That's what we're trying to govern right now, right? But climb high, be brave. The past is going to lift you up whenever you let it. So let's give these a shuffle and see what's going on. Whoa, you guys are getting some good cards. Whoa, kidding me? The Emperor, the Knight of Swords. Again, the love coming in fast and amazing for people, and people are celebrating you. Wow, this group, I thought last group was mind-blowingly awesome, but with this Emperor, Knight of Swords, and Six of Wands, let's begin here about you being recognized finally for your efforts. Whatever your offerings and your efforts have been are now going to be recognized. And I mean celebrated in a big way, on a pretty epic scale. Get all your stuff out on social media. People are going to respond in a way you cannot believe. Your artwork, your lyrics, I'm hearing glass, your glass, whatever that is, stained glass work, every single thing, nature paintings. I'm just seeing simple nature paintings and photographs, your photography. Get everything out there. Your offerings are going to be so well received, and you're going to have a boom in recognition. Also, I'm feeling love coming into on a pretty epic scale. There's somebody that you're conjuring and manifesting like wholeheartedly from your soul. They're on their way. You can feel them, and you're actually drawing them closer within the next few months. They are going to arrive. This person that's filled with integrity, with love, with your best interest, a kindred soul, absolutely 100%. And you're going to be in this elevated position in life where you feel like nothing can touch you, because you're realizing that nobody sabotages you. Nobody can make you feel bad about you except for you. Do you believe them? What's their life story? Do they always have negative talk about everybody else? Why in the world would you let anybody influence you that wants to bring you lower so their light can seem shinier? You know what I mean? I have to recognize that sometimes too. You'll be having a conversation with somebody, and it's like all of a sudden they'll try to point out one thing that they think is going to make you be off-centered. I don't know if you have like a frayed hem or something like that. It's like, how nice, I haven't seen you in 6 years, and you try to hone in on one thing like that. That's when you don't even participate in the dialogue. That's the best. I never ever lower myself to that. If somebody starts that, I legit just swivel on my foot and walk away mid-sentence, whatever they're saying. I don't have time for that, because their intentions are clear, and you're going to notice that. And I love that energy for you. You're just not putting up. You're like, okay, I recognize fool's gold, but I want to go for the 24 karat. I'm not in this for the falsehood, for the fakeness. Everything better be authentic and real, or you are not playing. And I love that energy. You just don't have the time for it, You have too many accolades coming. It's going to be rain and diamonds for you. You're not playing anymore. And I feel like because there's a crow, the crow went back up my tree and is yakking. I feel like that's going to be one of your totems. And also squirrels. You're going to see really weird squirrel activity. Like things be getting squirrely around you for sure. Whenever I'm doing a read and the animals come out, like I have woodchucks, I have all kinds of birds. The other day when a eagle flew over my head, I almost lost my mind. I hope you guys saw that video, because I lost my mind. I just started yelling into the camera. I was like, ah! I was hyperventilating. It was crazy. Well, anyway, you guys, congratulations on this, because, you know, you're going to be formidable and you're deserving of all these victories. So love and light to you. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my linkazoids are down below. I'm going to upload.